Hey, what's going on, Scatterbrains? Thank you for coming back to another episode of Scattered Brilliancy. My name is Travis, and I'm back. Better late than never. Maybe 3 episodes late, but you know, hey, I'm here. And I'm here to do what we've all been waiting for. I'm here to review Married at First Sight Season 7? 8. No, 7.
Was that last season 7? Season 7?
I think last season was Season 6. Let me look up my reviews. I don't even know what, because I feel like Season 8 is supposed to be Charlotte. Oh my gosh, I'm so confused. Okay, Season 8. All right, so I'm here to review Married at First Sight Season 8, episodes 1, 2, and 3. So I did not watch the premiere. I did not watch the matchmaking special because I don't care that much. And I didn't watch the premiere because I was doing something else. And it seemed like the premiere was like extra long. They showed 2 episodes for the premiere night. Why, I don't know. And even episode 3 was an hour and a half. So if Married at First Sight continues on this trend, these reviews will not be up the night of like I used to do, because I'm not doing hour and a half Married at First Sights anymore. No, not going to. So this episode, this review rather, isn't going to be that long. I'm just going to give a couple of thoughts. For those, if this is your first time watching me, just know that I'm not the kind of reviewer who does play-by-play situations. If you really want to know what happened in the episode, go watch. Don't come to me to tell you like all the details. I'm here just for some reason, whatnots. So the first 3 episodes obviously were the weddings. The different thing with Married at First Sight this season is they have 4 couples now instead of 3. And that obviously means that the show is probably going to be longer. So I'm just going to go over the couples. I have given the couples names, just like I did last year, to make it easier when we're talking about them. So I don't have to keep saying all 8 names over, because I feel like this is about to be like a 90 Day Fiancé situation with 6 couples. All right, so the first couple, in no particular order, is Keith and Kristen. From now on, they will be known as Creeth. Keith and Kristen will be known as Creeth, okay? Kate and Luke, they're going to be known as Kook. Kook, like you're kooky, Kook. Jasmine and Will, they'll be known as Willman, okay? And AJ and Stephanie. So I didn't want to do like AS or SA, and because I thought SA sounded offensive. I thought people might be offended if I walked around calling them. So SA, you know, I think that's offensive. But in the episodes, we met AJ's dad, whose name is Arnold. So I just figured, oh, well, he's AJ, so he must be Arnold Jr. So we're going to call them Arnold and Stephanie, and their name is Starnold, okay? So let's just give a couple of quick points about each couple. We can start back with Creeth. So she's very picky. She is known as Queen Christine. He wants her, before he met her, he wanted her to be able to cook. That was one of the things that he wanted, and he lives with his grandma. We don't really know why he lives with his grandma, but, you know, I'm just going to assume maybe he's there to help her out. I don't write down anymore what everybody does for a living, because unless it comes up as an issue later on in the season, it doesn't matter what they do for a living, as long as they have a job, and everybody in here has a job. For Starnold, now I know that he is going to be the wow factor this season. AJ is Arnold. I'm gonna call him Arnold. Arnold is extra. He's very extra, and early on in the series, he talks with slurred words, and he talks like kind of like this, and I'm just so excited. And his energy is real, like, hey, did you just do coke? Like, it's really like, oh, like there's, oh, calm down. That's how it is. And I was very entertained by him. Very entertained. I was even more entertained when he was standing at the altar doing the pregnancy breathing. He's at the altar going, I laughed. I feel like that's the first time I've really laughed at Married at First Sight in a long time. But I think people are going to get tired of him, but I think I'm going to enjoy having Arnold on this show. So he's extra. That is who he is. She is desperate. She really wants to get married and she wants to have kids. She's like Amber from last year. You know, she just wants all of that stuff and she wants it as soon as possible. And they're the old couple on the show. So, you know, I wouldn't be surprised. Well, never mind. Never mind. Next, Kook. So Luke runs a speed dating something. That's not his job, though. That's just something that he does. He runs like speed dating events. And for Kate, I wrote down the fact that her parents were divorced because that seemed to be a major thing, especially in episodes 1 and 2, because her father did not come to the wedding. And she said that when her parents split after 30 years, she took her dad's side. I mean, she took her mom's side and she hasn't talked to her dad since they got a divorce. So I thought that that was a little strange. So maybe they'll go more into depth about that later. And for Willman, he's a little bit older. He's the same age as AJ. And her father initially didn't approve of them. I don't really have much of them. I feel like they're kind of like the low-key couple right now. If I had to place these couples in categories, I would put Kreith in the hot and heavy category. I would put Kook in the awkward category. I would put Starnold in, what category would I put them in? Old. They're the old couple. We're going to put them in the old category. And Willman, I just put them in the low-key calm category. So there's nothing about them that really stands out. But, so let's just go ahead and talk about my observations for everything. And we're going to wrap this up so it's not too long. So we'll start back with, continue with Will. Oh, something different that the show did this year was, you know, they started having the individual males and females meet ahead of time. Well, this time they decided to have them have their bachelor and their bachelorette parties together, which is just an effort for Lifetime to save money because I guess they said we have an extra couple now that we have to support. So, hey, y'all having these parties together. So they were interesting. Both parties had strippers and Luke was not comfortable with that. And I totally understand. If y'all seen my video about my bachelor party, then hey, you know why. And if you haven't seen the video from my bachelor party, I think I made it private. So send me a message and I'll send you the link to it. But, so Willman, everybody's pretty much into each other. The only couple that's awkward is Kook. And I'll get back to them. But Willman, they were cool. They were into each other. The dad didn't, you know, he wasn't too sure. But when they found out that they all went to the same college, I guess that helped the dad ease up his views on Will. So that's pretty much them. We'll see where they go. I don't know. I'll give my predictions at the end. So Starnold, like I said, they're both real desperate. Arnold said he hasn't had dinner with a person in 5 years. And I'm like, that's a lonely life to have not had dinner with anybody in 5 years. But they're both desperate. They're both into each other. She likes his doofy energy. So, you know, that's good. Kreith, they are really into each other. I mean, really into each other. I mean, you could smell it through the TV. You could smell the leakage through the TV. That's how into each other they were. Like, you don't have to show me next week to let me know that they consummated their marriage. You don't have to show me to let me know that. It ain't no way, the way that they were acting on episode 3, that would lead me to believe that they would do anything other than consummate their marriage on the first night. So, like I said, they're going to be the turned up couple. They're going to be cool. But I have something else to comment about them, but I'll wait till the end of the video. And Kook, so like I said, Luke runs this speed dating thing. And surprisingly enough, Kate and him met like 3 weeks prior to them getting married. Kate went with a friend to his speed dating event and they met there. When she was walking down the aisle, he immediately recognized her. He recognized the friend in not the audience, but the friend in the crowd before the bride came out. And when she came out, he immediately recognized her, but she didn't recognize him until he had to point out where they met before. But their energy is very awkward. Luke seems like he wants to take his time, but I think really deep down is Luke is just not into her. I don't think Kate is what Luke wanted. I think he's going to try to make it work, but I don't think she's what he wanted physically. But that's just my opinion on how they seem to be. But he's doing the whole I'm going to be a gentleman thing, so we'll see how that works. As far as what I think will happen this season, I notice a lot of things. So when they play the this season on Married at First Sight, and I may be wrong because I couldn't rewind it because I was watching it on demand. I couldn't rewind it and fast forward, so I wasn't about to rewind and have to watch something all over again. When they were doing this season on Married at First Sight, and they showed the clips of Decision Day, and they show the couple sitting down with it's the same 3 experts, and I noticed that the location, as far as the clips that they put together, the location for everybody's was the same except for Creeth. Willman, Starnold, Kook were all sitting in the same room with the experts during this Decision Day clip. But Creeth's backdrop was different. They weren't sitting in that same room, and they weren't as, you know, usually on Decision Day, the woman is all dolled up. And it could just be that they didn't show their clip, but at some point they're going to be in a room and things ain't going to be going too well. So that may kind of lead me to believe, are they even going to make it to the end of the season? But that could be a reach, but that's just something I noticed at the very end of this previous episode. But as far as the couples that I think will make it, I was leaning on believing that Creeth was going to, you know, stay married. And this is all based off absolutely nothing. I think Starnold will stay married because of how desperate they are. I think Kook would choose not to stay married. And Willman, I think they would choose to stay married. So I think based off of what I've seen so far, I have 3 stay married, 1 divorce. Even though, you know, this show does not work. And I think that they need to stop perpetuating to society that this show is effective, because Pastor Cal came on episode 1 talking about this proven method. It's not proven. Y'all have had 20-something couples and only 4 or 5 of them are still together. This is proven to not work. So stop trying to convince us that it works. Stop trying to piss on our back and call it rain. We know it's pee. We know it's pee, okay? We just tune in anyway. You know, I've been trying to find out information about Charlotte to see if they started shooting Charlotte, because I know kind of their shooting schedule, they usually shoot towards the beginning of the year. So if they had not started shooting, they'll probably start shooting really soon. I'm trying to find out where they're going to be so I can go roll up to the set so I can be in the background and y'all can see me on TV live. So I can be like in the background at the restaurant sitting like this. Tegan's playing with a toy. That's what that noise is. So I can just be like, I'm going to find out where they are. I'm going to try to roll up on the set one day. I know what kind of restaurants they're going to go to here in town. So I'm going to try to find out where they're going. If you know somebody who's being cast in this season, tell them to holler at me. Drop me a pin so I know where to show up at. But that's all I got right now for episodes 1, 2, and 3 of Married at First Sight. Season 8. Y'all let me know what y'all thought. I know people are wondering whether I was going to come or not. But hey, I'm here. Late, but I'm here. And I know y'all are happy to see me. Hopefully y'all's new year has started off great. We're 8 days in. And 9 days in, excuse me. See, all my numbers are off. But I'll be talking to y'all later. Leave your comments about what you thought about the episode down below. Make sure you remember to rate and subscribe if you have not already, and share if you feel like it. You can follow me on Twitter at ScatteredB. And if you have a question, you can send me an email at scatteredbrilliancy@yahoo.com. Not at scatteredbrilliancy, to scatteredbrilliancy@yahoo.com. And I'll be talking to y'all very soon. Peace.